Question. I'm a music and theater teacher, and I have two questions related to children's education. Could you recommend any composers, musicians, or playwrights who are inspired by the Ascended Masters? Are there any dictations or teachings from the Masters that go more deeply into the topics of music and theater? So that's the first question I'll comment on. And the answer is not really through me. In the previous dispensation called the Summit Lighthouse, there were more teachings given on music, for example. It was said that, of course, Shakespeare was inspired by the Ascended Masters, and many of the classical composers, Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, Handel, and so forth, were inspired by this. So I don't know for sure, but I assume you can find some of these teachings if you want. But what I will say here is you don't really need an outer source to tell you, because what you want to do is you want to develop your own discernment. And I've given this example before, that you can listen to music, for example. You can focus your attention at the center of your chest, which is the heart chakra. And you can ask yourself a simple question. Does this music raise the energies in the heart, or lower the energies? And if the music lowers the energies, then obviously that tells you something. And if it raises the energies, that tells you something. And that's what you want to develop as a music teacher. Because, quite frankly, I am not a music teacher. I am illiterate when it comes to music. I haven't studied music. I haven't listened to very much music. But what I'm saying is, you don't need me to tell you, because you will, by your expertise in having studied music, you will be able to discern for yourself. Does it go up or down, the energies? Then the second question, in the current stage of planetary development, do you think it's possible to start a school guided by the teachings of the Ascended Masters? I'm dreaming of a holistic school where students can choose their subjects that attend 6 classes per day. 2 classes for spiritual work, 2 classes for mental work, traditional academic subjects, and 2 classes for physical work, practical subjects. The approach would be project-based and rooted in practical experience. Well, I think there's a lot of validity to this. Again, I'm not an expert on education, so that's why I'm saying you don't need me to tell you this. You need to work with the Ascended Masters, use the teachings to resolve enough psychology, these subconscious selves, that you expand your connection to the Ascended Masters so you can receive this. You see, the reason why I'm commenting on this question, because obviously I really can't help the person, but the reason why I'm commenting on it is that there's a tendency to think that you need to get directions from an outside source, such as a person in embodiment. But that's not the case. The whole goal of the Ascended Masters is that many, many people, and as I said before, 10,000 people have the potential to manifest full Christhood in this embodiment, millions more, a high degree of Christhood. So what the Masters want is that all of these people develop their inner intuitive connection to the Ascended Masters. And the teachings and tools that they have brought forth through me are just really to help you build your own inner attunement with the Masters. And in order to bring forth a new idea, for example, in the field of music or education, you first of all have to have some expertise in that area, an experience in that area, which I don't have. And then you have to have a connection to the Ascended Masters, which I do have, but there still is a limit to what the Masters can bring out if I don't have the outer expertise and connection. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't mean that you have to start taking dictations from the Ascended Masters like I'm doing, but you can get inner insights from the Masters by focusing on them, resolving psychology, and focusing on the outer area too. Now, I would recommend that you also look at what other schools that are out there, because there are certain schools that have somewhat of the program you're talking about. I know that the Montessori schools is one thing. Rudolf Steiner had some schools like somewhat similar, and there are probably others that I know nothing about. So I would recommend you look at alternative schools and see if there's something there. It doesn't mean you need to take it exactly as it was, but it means you can take some ideas, maybe even ideas from different systems, and put them together into something new.